When you go down, can you give a message to Mrs. Hughes?
Of course.
Lord Gillingham telephoned today. He wants to break his journey home tomorrow night.
He'll be here again.
You're right. I shouldn't encourage him. But I couldn't think what to say to persuade him not to. Do you think me very feeble?
It's not that, my lady.
Then what is it? Anna?
It's nothing to bother you with.
Please, bother me.
If I did, you'd have to promise to do nothing about it.
But how does this concern Lord Gillingham?
It doesn't, my lady. It's nothing to do with Lord Gillingham himself.
But then...
It's his man, my lady, his servant. Mr. Green, who travels with him.
Oh, my God. But the police ought to...
No.
I must tell Lord Gillingham.
No, my lady, you promised. Mr. Bates doesn't know it was him. But the more he comes here, the more likely it is that Mr. Bates will find out.
Then I'll telephone him and tell him not to come. Or not to bring Green.
I'm frightened every time Mr. Green and Mr. Bates are in the same room.
You think if he guesses, he'll do something?
And if he does, they'll hang him. Or lock him up and throw away the key. That's enough for one day, surely. You can finish them tomorrow. Shall we walk back to the cottage? The others are going to bed.
What were you saying to Mrs. Hughes?
Just that Lord Gillingham's asked himself for the night again.
He can't stay away.
Yes. It's a bit of a tangle.
Do you think she's sweet on him?
They're sweet on each other. But it's not as simple as that, is it? Then there's Mr. Blake.
I thought she didn't like him.
She didn't. At first. Anyway, they can sort it out between them.
And Mr. Green. He'll be coming back. Have you gone off him?
Why do you say that?
You liked him so much when he first came. You thought he was funny.
Did I? I can't remember.
Apparently, he left the Dalrymple straight after breakfast. So I missed him when I telephoned.
You did your best.
I'm so sorry.
Anna? She's told you then?
Don't give me away, Mrs. Hughes, please. I can get through it.
I like Scotland, me. At least I would if I'd ever been there.
Well, I've had a belly full of heather and no mistake.
Aren't you going to fight back, Mrs. Hughes?
Mr. Green can think what he likes.
So you're glad you're on your way to London?
It'll be all I can do to stop singing when I get in the car.
Where do you live when you're there?
His lordship's got a set at Albany.
Is that handy for the West End?
You're joking. Piccadilly one end, Savile Row the other.
Oh, you lucky tyke.
I am a lucky tyke.
Do you like London, Miss Baxter?
Not particularly. I lived there at one time, but it didn't work for me.
What about you, Anna? Do you fancy a taste of Mr. Green's life?
I'm happy where I am, thank you. I've been downstairs, my lady. They're making dinner for you now.
I don't want a lot.
I've told them that.
How are you?
Much as I was yesterday. Much as I will be tomorrow.
Anna, I've decided to see Lord Gillingham. I'm sorry, but I must do something. I'll telephone and suggest we meet for luncheon. Then I'll ask him straight out to dismiss his valet. I won't say why.
That makes me so nervous.
Don't be. No one needs to know the reason. Green simply won't be back at Downton again. Is Bates going to challenge Lord Gillingham as to why he has a different valet?
I suppose not.
So you have nothing to fear if he pays us a visit?
And will
So be it. I'll sack him if you insist, but you should tell me why. It's only fair.
I don't know if it's fair or unfair, but I can't.
Not even a hint.
I've said what I can. He's done something you'd find abhorrent.
Well, you win. It does seem mean, even if I don't like him very much.
You wouldn't think it mean if you knew the truth.
Well, I believe you. I love you, and I believe you.
Green? But how can he be dead?
I'm only telling you what they told me. That he was in Piccadilly and he slipped or stumbled, fell into the road.
I don't know what to say.
It just seems so odd after our conversation yesterday that I felt that I should bring you the news myself. Can you explain to me now why you wanted him sacked?
No.